Hey everyone, I'm Dragon Rider, Queen of Cards, and let's talk about the first of a handful of reveals from the Play Hearthstone socials that look to probably all be legendaries or just some really powerful potentially cards. But we got our first one today, and let's talk about it. It is a Mage legendary card, Puzzle Master Khadgar. 6 mana, 5/5, with a battle cry, equip a 0/6 Wisdom Ball that casts helpful mage spells. Okay, well, let's look at this Wisdom Ball. It's a 3 mana weapon with 0 attack, 6 durability. At the end of your turn, cast a helpful mage spell, lose 1 durability. Well, what is a helpful mage spell? They did publish a little B-roll footage clip showing at the end of the turn that this Khadgar came down, that Wisdom Ball was equipped, and the opponent had a board of some pretty small, weaker health minions. And this Wisdom Ball casted, that's right, a board clear. So that's pretty cool to actually see this choose to cast a wide board freeze effect like we see with this Blizzard, but that's not the only thing that Khadgar will and this Wisdom Ball will be able to do. Now, we do know that this is not going to be quite as smart as Zephyrus was, which was the one of the previous Highlander cards that really brought about this really interesting kind of card interaction and the sequencing of actually creating something more smart, more intuitive than just simply creating something random. So again, it's not going to be quite as smart as Zephyrus was or is, but we do kind of know that there's going to be some variations of what this Wisdom Ball can cast. And it will look at things like the board state, like we saw in that example. But if your opponent doesn't have anything on the board, it's not just going to cast a random board clear like this that wouldn't have any effect. It's smart enough to at least know that. So we'll see. This is going to be one that's going to be really fun to watch people experiment with and play with. And kind of see what types of recognition this Wisdom Ball does have. We already have a Wisdom Ball in Battlegrounds that refreshed the tavern with some very helpful things. So I kind of expect it to be very similar in a way to the Wisdom Ball from Battlegrounds, where it generally will be a helpful thing, but not in every single case it's going to be the perfect scenario. I'm sure there's going to be times where maybe there's multiple things that can happen and maybe you want one thing or the other, or maybe there's not a lot going on and you just kind of play this on an empty board like this, an empty hand, and maybe it's not the best, absolute, most perfect thing you could hope for, but it should generally do something that is helpful. It's why it says helpful. So I think this is going to be really cool. We don't really know any mage cards for this set yet, so I will definitely be interested to see where this lands in terms of competitive decks or meta decks for standard, but it's pretty cool, and maybe this is actually something that can see play, even if it's not necessarily the top tier deck, even in a top, tier 2 deck or something. This could be really cool. Legendaries are supposed to be something that has a powerful effect and can hopefully be fun. I think this one fits that, but I can't wait to start seeing what helpful mage spells. I also love that it's specifically a mage spell that will limit the potentials that can happen. So what do you think of this card? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and check out this playlist to see my thoughts on all of the other cards for Whizbang's workshop that have been revealed so far, and others that might have been added after this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.